Hi, my name is Alicia Koch and I'm currently a Year 13 student at Dubai English Speaking College. I studied biology, English literature and history for my A-level subjects. English literature has always been one of my strong suits, so when it came to considering what to study at university, I almost fell into the course of journalism, even though it wasn't particularly a passion of mine. When I started A-level biology, I found that I had a passion for the subject, the intricacies of the human anatomy and how everything works together perfectly for one main purpose fascinated me. The aspect of taking care of others has always been appealing to me, and that, in accordance with my fascination with biology, led me to the decision to study nursing at university. When it came to deciding where to study, I was a little bit confused about where I wanted to go. I never saw myself in the UK and I never saw myself in Europe or Australia or any other place. And then I came to a realization that I hadn't really considered before, the US. It seemed like such an intimidating place to apply to. It's what you always see in the movies and all these great stories about, so I didn't really have that much confidence when it came to applying to the US. But I ultimately decided that I was going to take a risk and just apply there anyway. I ended up applying to 10 universities along the East Coast of the US, including places such as Boston and New York. I'm currently still waiting for 9 responses, but I did get an offer from my first choice, which is Northeastern, located in Boston, Massachusetts. 3 of these universities that I applied to were Ivy League schools, including Harvard, Brown, and Columbia, which I never thought that I would be applying to, as I had very little confidence that they would even give me a second look. Columbia University ended up offering me an interview, which came as a massive shock to me because I genuinely had no confidence that they would consider me. The interview ended up going very well. It was more of a conversation, trying to kind of scope out my personality and how I would fit into the school. Me and the interviewer connected on a personal level, as he was in Dubai for a while as well. Before entering the interview with Columbia, I was extremely nervous about the questions that they were going to ask and how the interview would be conducted. So I reached out to Mr. Burke and Mr. Flynn for some advice. They helped me a lot through this process, as they had so much confidence in me and my ability to do well, which aided me in my confidence going into the interview. I received massive support from them with a Zoom meeting, going over questions that might be asked and preparing some answers, and basically them just telling me that everything is going to be fine. Before starting the application process, I completed the ACT exam. Unfortunately, due to COVID, I was only able to do 1, but I still received a pretty good score, and I submitted that to all of my universities. I decided to do the ACT exam instead of the SAT exam, as it included science as well. I felt that having the science element to that exam was important, as I'm going into a science degree. I'm extremely grateful for my family and my parents particularly, who supported me immensely throughout the entire application process, cheering me on along the way and keeping the option of the US open regardless of certain difficulties that come with attending university there. The actual university application process was lengthy, but it was extremely enjoyable. The US applications allow personal expression and not merely your academic achievements, which allowed me to really demonstrate who I am as a person to each and individual university. In terms of advice that I would give to students going through this process at the moment or sometime in the near future, it would just be to have faith in yourself. I took a risk applying to the US, even though I genuinely did not think that any university would give me a second look. And I ended up getting an interview with Columbia, which is an extremely prestigious school. Even if I don't get into the university, it's still an amazing achievement that I got to that point. And I'm still going to be proud of myself regardless of whether I get in or not. So yeah, my final message would just be have faith in yourself and celebrate every achievement, no matter how small you think it is.